I'm going to show you how to post your images to Instagram like a pro. So I've been asked on multiple times on how I post my images to Instagram. If you go through my feed, you'll notice that when I post an image, I don't just post a single image, I post several different ones so you can scroll left and right. The reason for this is Instagram rewards people for stopping by and looking at content. So instead of just flicking on buy, they're stopping on my images and they're taking a look. What I usually do is I usually post what I call a hero image, which is the one to grab their attention. And as they scroll left and right, there's either a behind the scenes photo or a close-up more detail of the overall scene that I'm showing. First thing I need to do is to open up my image in the editing software of choice. Next, I'm going to come over to the layers and to flatten my image. Next, I want to go over to my history, and in here, if you look, there's a little camera icon. If we click that, it will create a snapshot of our current state that our image is in. We want that for later on. Next, we want to grab our crop tool. If you look at the crop tool options at the top, you have the ratio. In there, we want to put in the current ratio that Instagram is using. Now, I say current ratio. As of the time of this recording, that ratio is a 4:5 crop on your images. However, there are rumblings in the Instagram community that ratio is now going to change to a 16:9 on a vertical crop. Now, Instagram are testing this feature, but it's not official yet. So I will remain with the 4:5 crop until Instagram bring that in. And if they do roll in that change, I will do a new video on cropping your images at 16:9. Of course, you don't have to stick to the 16:9. You can always go for a standard crop. All you got to do is make sure you tell Instagram that you want to show the full image when posting your images. The crop for every single image needs to be the same. You can't mix the crop or the size of the images. It has to be the same for all the images you're posting at the same time. So if you're doing a 16:9, I'm sure you can do the maths to work out exactly how to do it following this video. But for this particular video, at this current time of recording, it is a 4:5 crop. So we'll type in 4:5 on the crop, and we will select a section of our image that we like. Now, of course, because we are posting to Instagram, we can't post the whole image as it is. You can if you want to do it in that style, but I'm just showing you how I do my style. So again, you'll have to adjust the figures if you do want to post in a landscape format. Once we've done that, we're going to go over to resize the image because we want to make it smaller for Instagram. I'm going to resize the image to 2400 pixels on the longest side. We're going to choose bicubic sharper, and we'll click OK. This will resize our image to a nice size for social media. Next, we're going to go to File and Save a Copy. And we're going to save this as a JPEG file, name it of your choice, of course. And the quality is going to be a 10. Now I'm going to save this to a social media folder on my hard drive. Now, you remember that little snapshot we did where we clicked on the little camera? We want to go back to our history now, and we can find our snapshot and we can click it. That will revert all of our changes back to when we first started. And this is where the magic is. This is where we create the two separate images where you're scrolling left and right, and it seems like they're seamless on Instagram. So what we're going to do, again, we are going to select the crop tool. Now, in the original one, we were doing a 4:5 crop. Now, I like to go left and right when we're scrolling. We want to double or triple our size on the horizontal plane. On this particular occasion, I'm going to just double it. So what we want to do, instead of doing a 4:5 crop, we're going to do an 8:5 crop. If we click OK, we can now go back, have a look at the crop tool. You want to click on the crop tool and click on hold it. And what will happen is a sub-menu will pop out, and we want to select our slice tool. Now, this is quite easy because Photoshop helps you with this particular section of the tutorial. We're going to want to click outside of our image. We're going to click and drag, and you notice that the slice tool will snap to the 50% mark on our image, and that's what we want. So we can let go of our mouse button and leave that as it is. Now we want to go to File, Export, and Save for the web. We want to make sure that the Select Slice tool is selected in our tools. We're going to select JPEG for our output and a high quality. Again, we're going to go 2400 pixels on the longest side, and we'll click Save. Now we're going to select the same folder that we saved our original image in, and we'll click Save. Now this is going to throw out 2 images. It will save it automatically for you. It'll automatically crop it and slice it up for you. But just to be sure, we're going to check our folder. So we're going to go into our folder. There's our original image, and now there's a separate folder which inside there contains our 2 sliced up images. Now, very important, do not click save because you don't want to save over your edited file. This video is sponsored by my new tutorial, The Complete Shot Jumper on a Match. In this new tutorial, I will take you from start to finish on how I created this image of a jumping spider sling on a matchstick head. We will start off with the gear, we'll then move on to the photography, we'll do some editing in Lightroom, and then we'll finish off the image in Photoshop. And again, the complete process is there from start to finish. You even get the raw file so you can follow along. Check out The Complete Shot Jumper on a Match in the description below, or go to stuartwood.com. Once that's done, I will throw those images over to my iPhone, and in my iPhone you can see here that I have both of the images here. I'm going to come to Instagram now, and what I typically do is if it's the same type of image I posted before, then I will select one of my more popular images. I'm going to edit, and then all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to select the tags from this post, because those tags are going to be exactly the same ones I'm going to use on this post. We'll click OK. I'm going to click to post. We're going to post a new image. The first one you want to select is our hero shot, which is this one here. I'm going to click this icon here, which will tell Instagram you want to post numerous shots. And then in order, we're going to select our 2 other images that we used with the slice tool. And click next. And in here you can have a little bit of a preview as to what's happening. They seem to be lining up quite nicely. We'll click next. Now before we put in any captions, any description, we're going to double check our images. So there is our hero shot. Then if you scroll left and right, we have our sliced up images. Fits perfectly. Okay, so in here I can put in my caption now. I'll just put in a brief description there. Now I'm going to paste in my tags. There we go. And I'm going to put in my location. We can tag people if we wish to. You do all that, you know how to do all that stuff. And what I'm going to do now is just click on share. Now once I've done that, what I'm going to do is just wait for that to upload, which, because I'm recording a video, is taking a hell of a long time. There we go. And our post is popped up first, and we will double check that that is working fine. So we will go left and right, and you can see there what's happening. So what's happening here now from a viewer's point of view, they're going to scroll, they're going to see that image, and then what they're going to do is just move left and right. And as you move, you get a nice little zoomed in view of the whole image. And again, depending on the type of image, you can have a punched in view of the spider. If I take a look at some of my previous ones here, you can see there we have a punched in version. And that is it. That is how I post my images to Instagram for maximum effect. If there's anything else you want to know about my editing style, you can always check out my tutorials on my website at stuartwood.com. If you have any questions about this technique, or you want to know anything else, then let me know in the comments below and I'll try and answer them for you. But that's where I shall leave it. My name's Stuart Wood. I want to thank you for getting to the end of this video, and I will see you on the next one. Instagram rewards, no. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to go into, don't mute your phone, dickhead. Image, no, layers. Next, we want to grab our crop tool, and if you look at the crop, if you did, let me know in the comments below what part you think, ah, fuck you. It's the outro, ain't it? I'm taking a break.